Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died.
Now to the growing problems for Sean Diddy Combs. Yesterday, we told you how federal agents searched 2 of his properties as part of an investigation into alleged sex and drug trafficking. Today, an updated civil lawsuit makes similar allegations.
Are we finally about to get closure for Kim Porter's death after all these years? Girl, it's starting to look like it because allegedly, the Homeland Security raid of Diddy's homes just revealed some shocking information about Kim's death that suggests he might have been behind it after all. Experts are saying this raid might be the beginning of the end for Diddy because, baby, the things that are being dug up at Diddy's homes are just diabolical. In fact, some claim it's almost inevitable that Diddy will do some jail time. Now, there have always been speculations that there was more to Kim's death than meets the eye and that Diddy offed her because she was trying to expose him. But that's all it's been, speculations. Well, it seems we might now be getting confirmation one way or another since the raid turned up a ton of new evidence against Diddy. But what did the Homeland Security raid really unearth in Diddy's homes? Could there be evidence in there tying Diddy to Kim's murder? Let's break it down. So it's been over 5 years since Kim Porter passed away, and everyone, from her family to her fans, still has questions about her death. Now, Kim's official cause of death was ruled as lobar pneumonia, but that story has never gone down well with her fans because allegedly Kim died under very suspicious circumstances. I mean, isn't it insane that everyone around Kim seemed to believe there was something more to her death? Kim's ex, Al B, sure, once suggested that her death was a result of foul play and that Kim had confided in him that she was running from something or someone. He even added in a now-deleted post that he told Kim to call the FBI about it, but probably she was too scared to, or maybe she did make that call, which made her even more of a liability to Diddy. Nobody knows for sure. Also, Kim's best friend, Kimora Lee Simmons, has always talked about how she didn't believe Kim would just go like that without someone being behind it. And many people think this someone is Diddy because Kim was allegedly planning to expose him shortly before she passed away. Jaguar Wright once supported this theory in an interview where she talked about how Kim was writing a tell-all book before she passed away, and that's why she was taken out.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life.
We don't know if any of these theories are true, and Diddy has never really addressed the allegations. However, the current Homeland Security investigation into Diddy has brought renewed attention to Kim's death, with some people believing authorities have found evidence connecting Diddy to it. So unless you've been stuck in a forest with no internet, you've probably heard of the Homeland Security raid on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami on March 25. At the time, a rep for Homeland Security told TMZ that the raid was being carried out by HSI New York as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. This raid was triggered by the lawsuits Diddy has faced in the last couple of months from multiple people accusing him of SAing, SC trafficking, drugging, and physically abusing them. It all started with Cassie's lawsuit, where she claimed that the 10 years she spent being Diddy's girlfriend were some of the darkest and most traumatizing moments of her life. According to the lawsuit, Diddy not only forced her into freak-off sessions, but he also recorded them without her consent, put drugs in her system, put his hands on her, and forced her to do some weird-ish like carry his pew-pew and shave her hair. I mean, it was so bad that there had to be a trigger warning on the front page. Diddy settled that lawsuit within 24 hours of its filing, but that was only the beginning of his problems. Fast forward to February 2024, and Diddy is now facing 4 different lawsuits from women with similar claims as Cassie. One of them was from a Jane Doe who accused him and 3 others of SAing her when she she was only 17. On February 27th, Diddy got hit with a 5th lawsuit from his former producer, Lil Rod. In his lawsuit, Lil Rod accused Diddy of trying to initiate him into a gay cult, spiking his drink, making him work all night, and randomly feeling him up without his consent. But what really made Lil Rod's lawsuit different is that he also included Diddy's business associates, employees, friends, girlfriends, and even his sons. That, and the fact that he attached photos that are supposed evidence of the things he's accusing Diddy of, and claimed he had hundreds of hours of audio and video footage to back up his claims. I mean, it looks like Lil Rod really did his assignment. So probably these lawsuits, in addition to whatever other evidence investigators had already gathered against him, made it possible for a judge to agree to sign a search warrant. And girl, the fact that there was even a warrant at all means that the feds have been doing their investigation for a while now, and they already have a mountain of evidence against him. While it wasn't exactly clear what they were searching for at the time, we later got word that the search was for cell phones, cameras, laptops, and other electronic devices that recorded the alleged blackmail tapes that is mentioned with the names of Stevie J, who is mentioned as a victim of gay blackmail tape, in addition to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Young Miami, who were mentioned as alleged active participants in Puff Daddy's recent lawsuits. It was also reported that the raid was in connection to trafficking allegations against Diddy, and that the raid was to find evidence of any of the crimes Diddy has been accused of. In response to the raid, Diddy's representative released a statement that said, "Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs's residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name." Well, this is not the first time Diddy has denied all the allegations made against him. After being slammed with the 4th lawsuit, which was filed by a Jane Doe, Diddy released a statement saying, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, family, and for the truth." But unlike before, when he would throw out these statements and just go about his normal life, it seems like this one really got to him. I mean, he literally fled the country to hide on some private Caribbean island. And every single time he's been spotted since the raid, he's always looking really disturbed. Like this one time, he was allegedly spotted nervously smoking in Miami. Reports have also come in that the reason why Diddy is so nervous is that this investigation could snowball into an even larger investigation that might connect Diddy to Kim Porter's death, like the manuscript for that tell-all book Kim was writing before she passed on. The raid has already turned up electronics, gadgets, and some firearms, though it has not been specified who those items belong to. But, you know, it's Diddy's house, so it's safe to assume that at least some of them would belong to him. Child, it is not looking good, because if the feds find any evidence that Diddy was involved in Kim's passing, they're going to lock him up and throw away the keys immediately. And with every hour that passes, it seems more and more likely that those electronics seized from Diddy's house will contain something. Also, does anyone else think it's weird that Al B. Sure is now trying to claim Quincy publicly after not being in his life for how long? For those who don't know, Quincy is Kim Porter's son from her relationship with Sure. Diddy adopted him when he started dating Kim, and he basically raised Quincy as his own. However, Sure recently posted a picture of himself and Quincy on Instagram with the caption, "Come home, the door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops. You're biological." He also added the hashtag letter to my son. Now, some people believe Sure is weird for trying to act like he's the best father in the world now that the boy is a grown 32-year-old man. But others are saying we might be judging him too harshly. I mean, if Diddy was supposedly capable of deleting Kim and adopting her son, it makes sense that he might have also threatened to offshore if he even came close to Quincy. So, Sure, reaching out now to remove his son from that situation just tells you that it is a lot messier than we know, and he doesn't want Quincy getting caught up in Diddy's mess. And it seems like, at this point, everyone believes Diddy had something to do with Kim Porter's murder because the comments are just flying around. One person said, "He deleted her and I hope that book is not buried." And this one said, "Crazy thing is that everybody know internally that he did that to Kim. But do you think we might finally be getting evidence that Diddy is involved in Kim's murder soon? Comment down below and then check out this next video.